This is real, guys, so I'm going to do it so I actually see myself on my phone this time, for the sake of me staying in the shot. So, this is me again. I just look like I need to lose some weight or something. But this is my Cordoba, but this is not while I'm shooting. This is but this is my limited 45 or 45 LTD with white and black ebony. Pretty cool stuff. Book matched in the back. Maybe each one's a little different. The one I got is what it is. You know, the person that I got, a musician's friend, someone picked that for me. But when they had them at Sweetwater, I got to look at this camera here instead of looking at myself and my double chin. The ones at Sweetwater, you can pick the pictures. You know, you can pick the guitar and with the pictures, the serial number with it. You know. But anyway, I actually wanted to do a video on these strings. It's the Aquila, or sometimes I used to call it Aquila. But this is the classical guitar sets. Okay, so it's not just regular nylon. Okay, look in the camera, Josh. It's the Alabastro set with a nylon gut, and you could look it up. You know, read their marketing and all that. But they're very good. I have used them for years, but this is the first time having the full set on my guitar, because for a while I was just had the stock, and then I was replacing with trying something different, and I wasn't really content with the strings. And I was listening to the last track on my CD again, the Isaiah song, and I was actually playing my Koa guitar, my other guitar, and it's funny, that's the last time I played on a recording with the full set of the Aquila set, and I like the tone. I like to just listen again on my car stereo today, and it's consistent. It's pretty consistent sounding, and it just sounds good. But it's supposed to be the closest to the tone of a lute too, though it's, you know, not doing double courses, but yeah. So even though some parts of lutes can have single strings, but like the bass strings. But yeah, that was a selling point for me originally when I went for this several years ago. And so now this is the first time after some years, maybe 2019, that this is real. Okay, it's a realsies video here, so I'm gonna just tune up. They tune up nicely, okay. When you're stringing it, you're not really gonna have too much of a problem with breakage when you string up with these. Sometimes I get anxious, like, is it gonna break? Is it gonna break? But they do nicely. So I'm just gonna tune up again. So I still had my high E, so I got the set. I have like a couple other sets of this. Again, we're talking about the Aquila Alabastro set. So it has I'll just read part. Yeah. Thanks to its density similar to that of pure gut, because that's what they call it, Nile guts. And Nile, synthetic imitation of gut, and gut is from the intestines of an animal like a cow. And they still make those, but they're very, very susceptible to climate changes around you, which is not hard to change in your environment. I have a humidifier in my room, and it just gets so uncomfortable in here. But I want to keep it regulated. And I have to deal with old school radiators, so it's like a battle to have a humidification. And I like to keep it at like 50%. It's sort of, I guess, the middle range, the middle spot, maybe the sweet spot. Maybe 45 is more the sweet spot, but at any rate, okay. So, thanks to its density, talking about the strings, produces a better sound than nylon and stays in tune better, which I agree. When I had my strings on the Alabastros on the Koa, which I've had in previous videos, other videos, I'm going to restring that with this, because I have actually their old set. It's the I might have the box, or I might have thrown it out. But they also make an orchestral set, and I had the bass set, or maybe the low tenor, but I think it was, they call it the bass set, and it was basically literally bass strings for your classical guitar, so you can convert your guitar into a bass, and that's what I did for maybe, yeah, for 5 or 4 tracks on my CD. I play the koa to double up some, and sometimes to try to, I wanted to replace a bass and be able to play stuff on my guitar and still be able to have a bass sound, but it does sound weaker than a full-on bass. So I do have a 6-string bass that I use, electric bass, which is a big improvement for my sound, for my recordings. In some ways, I still want to get a good bass though I can really jam on and get some really robust sounds, because it's a little different. Plus I had that B standard, so that low, that would have to be a I think it was a C before, but anyway, I digress. I was gonna say something there, but yeah, they had, like I said, they make the bass set to the orchestral set, and it's cool to mess around with. And the top string is like it's a brown nylon or something. It's unusual, but they actually stay decently in tune. And I could do a showcase of that in a different video, maybe, just to do it. I should have done a long time ago, but I hesitated, overthinking. And so I would recommend, if you want to do something different, and you don't need a strumming guitar out of it, because the tension is loose. It's real low tension, except for even that high E, and it drops the whole guitar down an octave. So you're playing in traditional bass range. It turns the guitar into a bass. It's interesting, and I was looking for something like that for years. It became sort of a nothing burger, but a kind of a novel thing that you can mess with on your guitar. And so remember, guys, I'm still on the topic of Aquila, but I went into the realm of the orchestral set. But for these, I do recommend these for regular guitar, normal E standard tuning, A440, I guess, or A40 or 432, whatever floats your boat. Maybe that activates your third eye. I don't know. I don't think so at all. I don't believe that. Okay. And yeah, A440. And I'm going to tune them. So just. This is a real video. Okay. This is no edits, my friends. Sorry. Too high on it. Sometimes I get it. It happens to happen on the video where I have my pitch just changing my mind. Only goes down like a quarter of a cent after just tuning it up, over like a 20-minute period. I gotta go soon, but it has these silver wound bases here, and you can't tell, but it's not regular nylon. It is a whiter. It is they're whitish strings. They're not like the traditional clear nylon. They are thinner gauge, just a little bit. Perfectionist. But they're good strings. They tune up nicely. I mean, this is just only like within an hour of stringing them up. So it's not perfect. Try to do it by ear sometimes. try. Yeah, I got the guitar face. Anyway, but I'm gonna go soon. So hope that was helpful. I really do actually recommend these strings. And my guitar is actually it's a more quiet guitar, so especially with these strings, I made that guitar sound nice. If you listen to my Isaiah 59 song, that's on my CD. It's on my. If you don't have my CD, man, what's the deal? Why don't you get my CD? This is not my CD. This is a lot smaller. This is a string pack. But anyway, think Nile Gut, not nylon, but Nile Gut. It really is a different kind of string. And hey, I wish I could like be an endorsement deal. Like be whatever. Strings by mail. Hey, whatever. What's up. But at any rate, I guess that's it. Get the strings. They're cool. All right.